Okay, I'm not going to redo the Billy Hebert clip. I'm just going to go right to it. I'm going to talk about something that happened at Billy Hebert Field, and then I'm going to talk about something that happened when Bobby Hebert was playing for the Invaders, and we were at the Oakland Coliseum watching the game. The Ports one year had a promotion with Mickey Grove Golf Course. And Mickey Grove is a county park kind of sort of in rural Lodi. I think it's in between Lodi and Galt, it seems here to me. Anyway, and off of 99, and they have a zoo and some other stuff, and they have a nice golf course. Anyway, they had some contests going where if your name got picked, you won 2 free rounds of golf. And what the deal was, and you may have seen this, but some of these teams now have gone cheap ass, but they put a pin, which is what you shoot at the flag, out there maybe 30 yards and 20, 30 yards in the outfield. And you stand in foul territory down the first base line, past first base in the outfield, in the shell outfield, and then they hand you just this ancient wedge that I swear to God, Bobby Jones probably used. So anyway, my name gets picked, and they know me. I mean, you know, we're regulars down there. They know me by name and face. So I get down there, and I'm playing golf now at the time fairly often. So I mean, I'm terrible at golf, but I get up there, and all I can think of is, dude, don't lift your head and don't fucking choke. And I make one of the purest golf swings I ever have in my life with this club that I swear to God Fred Flintstone used. And I get it within an inch of the pin. And they announced that as, this is the best shot we've ever seen in the history of the promotion. Well, the top 3 people at the end of all the games got to the last game of the year where you chipped against these other 2 guys, and the closest guy won a set of irons. Now, I don't care about that because I had paid a lot of money for custom clubs because I'm taller than everyone else, and standard size clubs just no way. So, but you know, I don't care about that stuff. I just want to win. So in fact, they didn't give me my golf certificate. So a week or 2 later, I go down to the merchandise, to the team store, which is really just like not like it is now. And I say, you know, I never got my golf thing. And so they went and they actually counted all of the remaining golf slips, and they saw that, yeah, we got 1 extra. It must be Joe. So I got my golf slip, and the ingrate and I went and played golf, and we had a pretty good time. He wasn't an asshole yet. Anyway, so the first guy gets up and chips, and he shanks it. And then the second guy had brought about a half a dozen of his own clubs. And I'm thinking, dude, it's going to be a pleasure to bitch slap you down. He had club covers on his irons. It's like, dude, you are such a fucking pussy. So they tell him, dude, you can't use your own clubs. You got to use Fred Flintstone's club. And he wasn't happy about that. So it just threw him off his game. And he hits his shot. And then I'm last because I was the closest one all year. And all I can think of is, dude, don't lift your head. There's 1,900 people in the stands, and my wife is there, and 2 of my closest fam are there. My and I are there. I'm in front of 1,900 people, and I didn't lift my head. I didn't hit a perfect shot, but I rose like the cream, and I won a set of golf irons in front of 1,900 people. It was one of the damnedest best feelings I've ever had in my life. So it was awesome. I gave the clubs to one of my Hanai brothers because I didn't need them. Anyway, and the ingrate had clubs because I paid for clubs. So anyway, I'm going to talk about being at the Coliseum with at, at at one of the Invader games. Mark's sister, Faye, was there with us, and she's a very direct woman. And they were having fireworks after the game, after the football game. So, and they were, and like at the A's games, they don't let you sit in the bleachers, at least the old bleachers. Mount Davis is just a disaster, but you had to be cleared out, and so that you're not waiting after the game too long for the fireworks. Well, a security guard comes over and tells us to move. Now, there's about 3 minutes left in a pretty close game. And we're thinking, dude, the game's on. I mean, there's not 5,000 people here. We'll be out of here, shortly. And the guy started to tell us, you need to move. Well, Faye takes no shit from anybody ever. And she basically says, no, I'm not moving. And if you touch me, I'm going to have charges filed against you. And the guy's saying, you have to move. And she's saying, I paid for my ticket. And it's to watch the whole game. And I won't be able to watch the game if I'm walking to another seat. I don't give a fuck about the fireworks. And we're all watching going, yeah, Faye, get on it. So, but, there's like 8 or 10 of us, and we just sat there. And the security guard just didn't know what to do. So we watch the game, and the game ends, and then Faye gets up and says, now the game is over. I'll be happy to move. And we left because I'm not a big fireworks guy, but I thought, my God, Faye she was not going to be moved. Now, let me tell you about what happened with this big group of people. I don't know which year, if it was the last year of the USFL or what, but they had an ABC TV contract, and the Invaders were playing the Michigan team. I can't think of their name. Anyway, for the USFL championship. So, the same group of guys, one of them or two of them or some of them lived in Alameda. So they invite us over to the party. And there was like, goddamn 15, 20, 25 people there, of which I had seen almost everybody there at one time or another. So Mark and I go. Well, we're watching the game and we're having a good time, and I'm not close to these people, so I don't know all of the history and the interplay, and bluntly, I've got ADHD, and I miss a lot of that stuff, but somehow, and I suspect it had to do with drugs, but somehow guys are just angry at each other. I mean real angry, where they're talking about knives and beatdowns and losing, Mark and I looked at each other and went, we need to leave now. And we left. And whatever happened that night broke that entire group up. And I don't think I ever saw them at the A's games again. I don't know what the hell happened, but something happened, but we weren't waiting around for it. I did find out that the cops had to be called. So I don't know what the hell happened, but something happened. But that's kind of the Bobby Hebert, Billy Hebert story I've got for you today. So thank you for watching Storytime with Joe, and there you go.